The Canadian Alliance of Students Associations, or CASA, is a group made up of student associations and student unions from across Canada. Now, since the mid-1990s, students involved in this program have come to Ottawa for 4 days to meet with MPs and senators for an event called Homecoming on the Hill. Now, we caught up with 4 of these students as they met with parliamentarians and then talked to them later about the insights they've gained.
My name is Charlotte Kingston. I'm 23 years old, and I'm here because I believe that affordability and accessibility in post-secondary education are important to Canada's future.
My name is Travis McIntosh. I'm 30 years old, and I'm doing this because I believe that we should work together with government to move initiatives forward.
My name is Shannon Zimmerman. I'm 23 years old. I'm here to talk about post-secondary education on a federal level and get the opportunity to lobby on the Hill.
My name is Graham Turner. I'm 24 years old. I'm here because if the students don't take their case to Parliament Hill, no one will.
Behind me, you can see dozens of students schmoozing MPs and senators. I'm at LobbyCon 2010. It's a one-of-a-kind opportunity for students from across Canada to come to Ottawa and lobby parliamentarians.
During this week-long conference, students attend several meetings with members of Parliament, senators, public servants, and other education stakeholders.
Well, we're here basically to present our ideas about post-secondary education in Canada. CASA as an organization works really hard to try to present policy that will make education accessible for all students across the country.
I think it's really important that we as members of Parliament in trying to establish what government policy should be, whether it be in your own party or what you have to say in the House of Commons about bills that come forward, about the budget, that we hear directly from people who are involved. And so to have student leaders here in town talking to us, I think it's very important. It happens every year. It's a good thing. And it's particularly nice when you have your future son-in-law come to lobby some of us. Now, this guy wasn't allowed to lobby me today. They said he was too close because of that prospective relationship, but that's okay.
The week is kicked off by a training session with CASA executive members, where students learn everything from getting around the Hill to how to approach and greet an MP at a meeting.
Well, I think it's terrific. I think it's important that they come here. We talk about their issues all the time, but sometimes it's much better when we hear it from their mouths telling us exactly what they think they need and to underscore what government should be doing. It's very important that we recognize that they're on the front lines. We keep talking about education being important. They're the ones who are experiencing it. They're the ones who are either benefiting or not benefiting from government policy.
Remember that document goes with the primer that you've received.
Throughout the week, students attend dozens of meetings with parliamentarians from all parties, where they get a chance to introduce new ideas, voice concerns, and suggest new policy initiatives. Shannon got to kickstart the week with a meeting with Liberal MP Justin Trudeau.
I've had many meetings with CASA, and it's always wonderful to see how they come forward with concrete, realistic proposals, and having young people here to take charge of their future and make sure that decision makers take them into account is something that I'm always happy to encourage.
He's really receptive to a lot of the things that we were talking about, and you can see that he has a passion and an interest in what post-secondary education looks like for students in Canada.
Then it was off to Minister of National Defence Peter MacKay's office.
This disproportionately affects provinces like Nova Scotia as well.
We have a number of recommendations, everything from accountable post-education transfer to access for First Nations students. We just had a really great meeting with Minister Peter MacKay. He was really receptive to a lot of the things that we talked about, and it was great coming from a Nova Scotia perspective to be able to talk to some MP who's coming from Nova Scotia.
I must say they present in a very articulate, straightforward way the change that they're advocating, which I think is quite reasonable, particularly this issue around direct transfers to provinces, which disproportionately affects smaller provinces like Nova Scotia that have a large number of universities.
Hi, John Barrett. Hi, Travis.
Travis also had a busy couple of days. He started off his week by meeting with Minister of Transportation John Baird.
One of the responsibilities that I have as a member of Parliament and as a minister is to do a lot of listening. So every week we have a good number of meetings like this, where you have groups from around the country who are doing their song and dance, telling us what the needs of their group are and what government can do to respond.
Well, I just got out of my meeting with Minister John Baird. It was fascinating. He didn't talk as much as I thought he was going to. We got our points across. We wanted to focus on an accountable transferability of the Canada Health and Social Transfer. We also wanted to talk about reevaluating the Canada Student Loan Program.
Calgary, Lethbridge, what's going on here?
The next stop for Travis was a meeting with Michael Ignatieff. The Liberal leader is well known for meeting with students on issues of post-secondary education and has met with CASA on several occasions.
We had a wonderful conversation with a number of the Canadian Alliance of Students Association delegates, talked about a lot of the various things that we've been lobbying the government on this week. In regards to my overall impression, it's a fast and furious conversation, and there was no offense when Mr. Ignatieff would sometimes cut one of us off and state, "No, I understand what you're saying."
As you probably know, I'm the post-secondary critic for the NDP.
Graham and Charlotte were busy with their own meetings, getting a chance to talk to NDP MP Nikki Ashton.
I was actually very happy to see how receptive she was to all of our issues, especially on loans, on Aboriginal and First Nations issues, and on graduate issues, especially as a graduate student.
We really appreciate the opportunity to meet with her. I think that party's been really receptive to our message.
Like we've done every day, let's start off with the brighter side of what happened today.
After a full day of meetings, students head back to CASA headquarters for a wrap-up and debrief meeting on the day's events.
It's been a really incredible week, and I'm really glad I got to do this and talk about post-secondary education with CASA on behalf of CASA and for the students of Canada.
Well, our lobbying is finished up on the Hill. We've met with a lot of MPs and senators, and it's been very productive. I'm very excited that a lot of graduate issues made it on the table and got a lot of very positive feedback. And it's just exciting to think that we may have actually influenced positive changes to public policy for graduate students.
But it's not all business for these students. After meetings, they get to socialize with fellow CASA members at various social events throughout the week.
The week is over. We've met with MPs, senators, public servants. It's been an incredible experience. I'm not coming back this year. This is my last term as president, but I wish all the future CASA members luck in their future endeavors lobbying the government.
It's been a busy and long week here in Ottawa. This isn't my first time on the Hill with CASA, but it is my last time. So it was another wonderful experience and definitely something I'll miss now that I'm moving.